in a bit.
Yeah, I love the costumes that they wear. I love the whole time period, the 1920s,
Yeah.
the roaring 20s with the dress and the fringe. So cute.
Yeah.
Well, the Moonshiners put on a swingin' old school spin on many contemporary tracks. It got us to thinking of all the different decades of music, from Frank Sinatra to A Flock of Seagulls. What decade of music do you enjoy the most?
Wow.
There's so many.
There's so many, and like there's certain decades I enjoy more for certain genres than others. Like pop, I would say 80s. Rock, I would say 70s. Rap, 90s. Certainly not anything now. As soon as Soulja Boy hit the stage, I was like, you know what? It's all over. Rap game's over, and it's been over, other than Kanye. So yeah, that's that. So I would say rap 90s, 80s pop, 70s rock.
So many decades of good music, and that's the whole point. It's like you said, one day you're in the mood for some disco, the next day you're in the mood for pop. I mean, there's so many great music.
I cannot say I've ever been in the mood for disco.
If you go disco, oh my God, so good.
Disco Inferno.
Yeah. What's that one place, the disco club that used to be here and it's gone?
Studio 54.
Studio 54,
Yeah.
There you go.
Well,
It was
what's your
around
favorite
for a very
decade
long
of
time.
music?
I like the 80s and the 90s.
Okay.
I looked up some of the music. I thought, what music was very popular, let's say, in the 80s? So you had Bon Jovi.
Of course.
Living on a Prayer. Bryan Adams. U2, they were huge in the 80s, and then in the 90s, Nirvana defined the decade of the 90s with their grunge scene. They were a huge hit. U2 as well, and they've been around for decades. They've been around for such a long time that they actually are classic now.
Show of hands, does anyone here think that Nirvana is a little bit overrated? Just a little?
No.
No one? Thank you. We got one person. I just think, and maybe if they were around a little bit more, sure, but they weren't even allowed to have like a bad album because they weren't around too often to have it. I think Foo Fighters are better than Nirvana.
They are good too,
They came from Nirvana. But
yeah, and from the 90s, we had Whitney Houston.
Oh yeah, I just want
huge. Yeah. Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby Got Back, and that was a big song.
I used to
Celine Dion.
Did you ever have The Box, the TV channel The Box?
No.
Okay, there was a channel called The Box, and it was a 1-900 number, and you could call and request a music video to play. And that's where I used to see Baby Got Back. I was playing all the time because everyone wanted to see the music video. It was a great music video.
Backstreet Boys, Goo Goo Dolls. There have been so many great bands from the 90s. We want to hear from you about this. What decade of music do you enjoy the most? Share your comments on our Facebook and Twitter pages. You can find our links on our website, vegasmorningblend.com. We may read some of your comments live on the air.